Hello everyone, I'm Bruffy1322 and welcome to the second episode of the Gears for Dummies series. Now in the first episode I talked about starting weapons, and now I'm going to be talking about power weapons, which are a different beast entirely and can really change the outcome of a match if used correctly. As you can see here in this sort of standoff at the very last round of a team deathmatch, I decided to leave this standoff and go and collect some power weapons because I know how important they are to potentially closing out this match. Now we'll see the end of this clip at the very end of the video, but for now we'll just get straight into the power weapons that we have available in Ultimate Edition. Because it's a remake of Gears 1, some of the power weapons that we saw in Gears 2, Gears 3 and Judgment aren't necessarily there, but again, because of that, it's a good way to get started and get used to the power weapons that you can have. So first up is the frag grenades. Now these replace your smoke grenades and they're used in exactly the same way as what we saw in the previous episode, and they want to kind of be used in anticipation of where someone's going to be, as you can see there, rather than using them to throw directly at someone because they can always move. Now next up is the Boltok pistol. This is a very powerful pistol. It replaces your snub that we saw in the first episode, and it can be used at a distance as well by clicking the right stick in and zooming in, and headshots really do help you as well. Three shots and the final one being a headshot will get the kill. Now next up we've got the hammer burst. This is basically the Locust's variation of the Lancer, and it is a burst rifle, so it can be quite effective. There's no real bonus for headshots. At a medium range it seems to be very effective, but from longer distances it's not quite as effective, and it takes a few more bursts to get someone down and killed. Next up is the Hammer of Dawn. Now the Hammer of Dawn is a very powerful weapon. Basically what you do with this is you hold the right stick in and you basically wait for the beam of energy to come down, and you can sort of drag it around wherever you want. In Ultimate Edition you do have an unlimited supply of this, so you can basically put the beam down and drag it anywhere that you want for as long as you want, really, as well. And in certain situations it can be very powerful, and certainly as you'll see here, obviously you do have to make sure that you're safe to wait that time for the beam to come down, but as soon as it's there it can be very deadly. Next up is the torque bow. Now to use the torque bow you hold the right trigger in, and you release the right trigger when you want to fire, and as you can see there, it basically shoots an arrow in someone, and it's an explosive arrow as well, so as soon as you basically what's called stick them, they will explode. But you can also get it in their general vicinity and put damage on them, and you can blind fire as well. You don't necessarily have to hold in the left trigger to aim. Next up is the sniper rifle. This is one of the most popular weapons in Gears of War, and you can see why, because it gives you that satisfaction of getting headshots and that wonderful sound that you get from Gears of War with headshots. You can use the right trigger, the right stick to zoom in, or you can just do it without doing that as well and still get those headshots. An alternative way to use it is get a body shot and then use your pistol or some other weapon to get some damage on from afar, and you can also put damage on to help your teammates as well in certain situations, as we'll see later on. So the boom shot is very easy to use. You basically pick it up, you aim, you shoot, and you get a kill. It's very easy. It's ridiculously powerful. You can also blind fire it, which is a little bit less accurate from further away distances, and you may end up downing someone rather than actually killing them straight away. But ultimately the boom shot is very important. So we've got some examples now, and at this point I'm defending this hill. We've captured this hill, and there's this person who's in that corner there. I'm happy to leave her where she is. She can stay there for as long as she wants. I don't really mind because she's not coming in and breaking that hill. We're still getting points. She throws a smoke, but I decide to just pull out my remaining frag grenade, throw it in there, and she's got nothing to do. Now in this situation, I throw one frag grenade in the wrong place. I know he's going to come over the barrier there. I throw the grenade in the right place, and he can really there's nowhere for him to go at that point. That allows me to then get the boom shot and put on some damage using that. Now with the sniper rifle, this is an example of basically using it to get some damage on the opposing team to help your teammates in that certain situation, to get downs easier and get kills easier. You can always use it like that, but then you can also use it, as we've seen, to get headshots, and that basically in this situation that headshot put us in a commanding position, because we already had a kill, and then we were one up in terms of the amount of people that we had to go for this hill, and it really helps in that situation. If you are very, very good with the sniper rifle, which I'm definitely not, but if you are very, very good with the sniper rifle and are able to get headshots easily, you can completely change a match. Now the torque bow, again, it's quite a difficult thing to get used to because you do have to be accurate with it, but if you do, it's basically an instant kill. As soon as you stick someone, you've got that instant kill straight away. And also in certain situations, you can also get double kills as well, which is very, very handy because it does have that explosive aspect to it. Now the boom shot is, there's not a lot you can do wrong with the boom shot really, and in certain situations, if you're clever with it, you can really do well. As you can see here, I know that there's two guys there, so I shoot a boom shot. I'm not necessarily trying to kill them, but I get 2 downs and then I can run in and clean up with the Nasher. So the boom shot is one of the most important weapons in the game, and if there is a boom shot on the map, really you should be going for it and trying to get it, and that's something that often happens at the start of matches. This is an example at the very start of a match. Although this is a game of blitz where normally you would go for the hill, because I know how important the boom shot is, I decide to go straight for it, and someone else does the same thing. And you often get this sort of power weapon play where you may get into a 1v1 or 2 people go for it, a 2v2, or variations of that. So at this point, I'm able to kill that guy in that 1v1, and then that allows me to get the boom shot, take it into the hill, and help get that as well. So that's how important power weapons can be, and obviously we'll look more into that in future episodes in terms of the tactics that surround them at the start of matches and power weapon play and all that kind of stuff. So I hope this has been a helpful video. As you can see, this is the very end of the clip that we saw at the very start of the video, and as you can see, having a power weapon has allowed me to close out this match, and it's a very powerful thing to have. So let me know all your thoughts down below. I hope this has helped. Make sure if you are playing Gears, you have to be focusing on those power weapons, knowing when they are, picking them up, and getting somewhat proficient with them as well, because they can completely change the outcome of a match. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Again, let me know all your thoughts down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.